The $1.5 billion steel plant in Manhize in Zimbabwe's Midlands province began production in June 2024, producing pig iron. Touted as Africa's largest integrated steel manufacturing plant, it was constructed by Dinson Iron and Steel Company, one of the three local subsidiaries of China's leading stainless steel producer, Tsingshan Group Holdings Limited. Dinson is projected to produce 600,000 tons of products in the first phase, rising to 1.2 million tons in the second phase. Engineer Chihambakwe unpacked what transpires at the center of steel production.
Right now we are at the heart of the Dinson Iron and Steel Company, where we have the blast furnace on site, which is constructing about 600,000 metric tons of carbon iron. What we're looking at just behind me, we have 3 cooking ovens where we have produced the temperature of about 1,120 onwards degrees Celsius. These cooking ovens are going to fire our blast furnace, which is going to melt that cinder which was coming from the sintering plant. We are going to mix cinder, coke, and iron together to produce what we call the molten pig iron.
He also took time to explain some of the operations at the site.
Behind me is the main substation of this iron and steel plant. We just finished constructing it a month ago. That's when we received our power to start the plant. The substation is connected to Sherwood, main distributing center in Midlands, 100 kilometers away from here, and it's traveling within a power line of 88 kV. And the project was just completed about a month ago. That's when we received power for powering our plant.
The coming on board of the steelworks positions Zimbabwe as a steel manufacturing giant, expanding the mining industry as well as creating thousands of jobs directly and indirectly. Leon Mutihoto, the Dinson Iron and Steel Company Human Resources Manager, says that as much as they have employed youths, they will soon have a bias towards women.
In the future, there are plans that we are also going to include more women, as I'm sure you can see, because of the nature of the work that is currently going on. But most of them, we are going to be employing them in the quality control departments, in control rooms, where they are going to be involved in controlling or in the production of steel in the Dinson Iron Steel Company. Currently, we've got about 1,800 employees who are employed from as general hands, we find some as technicians, and also engineers working in various departments at various positions.
Control room operator Maslin Chirodza is excited with the opportunity she got at the steel manufacturer.
I'm a girl aged 24 years. I finished my degree at University of Technology in Mechatronics Engineering. I'm working here at Dinson as a control room operator for the sintering process, and I'm very excited to be working at a male-dominant environment.
I work in the lab. I mainly do core and cog analysis. I also work as transporting samples from one lab to the other. We are learning a lot at this place. Well, I don't mind working in a male environment.
Since 2013, I'm professional football. I also played with the national team for quite some time. During those years, I was once operated right knee, then ndikazokwara futi left knee. But ndakambokontinua ndichitama. But now ndakazoona kunge zvakundiremera. Then I decided to stop. Ndopandikazouya kuno kuzotsvaka basa paDinson. Ndobva kushanda, and ndakatoona kuti it's an advantage to me since ndadecida kusiya bhora rather than kugara kumba and beg ndichikwanisa kuzvishandira. So I urge mamwe maplayers vangosangana nesituation yakasangana nayo injuries kuti besides bhora you can do something else. Unokwanisa kutoshanda zvisina bhora mukati than kuzoswera vakuita zvemadrugs kunze uku.
Before the closure of once Zimbabwe's largest integrated steel plant north of Limpopo, Zisco Steel, in 2008, Local industry accessed raw materials at a relatively cheaper cost, unlike at the present moment, where millions of foreign currency are being spent importing steel and related products. At its peak, in the 1990s, Zisco produced over 1 million tons of steel per annum, employing more than 5,000 people directly. An engineer at Dinson Iron and Steel Company, Monashe Chihambakwe, says they are developing a plan to reduce emissions through innovations.
Looking at emissions, we have a plan or a system that we are developing that is going to be guided under the standard of International Standard Association. We expect to reduce as much emissions as possible. And also, on that note, we are harvesting the heat that is coming from the blast furnace to produce yet another 20 megawatts of energy that is going to be pushed into the grid or utilized at the company, which is a system that will allow us to capitalize on the heat. Instead of emitting it into the air, we are using it to produce source of power.